for your Minnesota Timberwolves. At power forward, at 6'9", number 11, Naz Reid. Starting on point guard, at 6 feet, number 10, Mike Conley. The man, standing 7 feet 1, number 27, Rudy Gobert. Power guard, standing 6'4", number 5, Anthony Edwards. Starting at number 4 position, standing 6 feet 11, number 35, Kevin Durant.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kelly Oubre.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Gordon. Paul George is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Maxey, and it's Embiid in at the center. And for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's KD in at the 3 spot. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Reid. And here's Gobert. Now here is Conley. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Reid misses. And here's George. In the corner, it's Gordon. Gobert with the block. George against Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
That's the defense's fault right there. You can't allow Durant to get that kind of position.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Conley against Maxey. Out left to the wing. Here's Reed. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Gordon kicks to Drummond. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Sinks the triple.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer. Another day, another chance at the rim for Drummond. This is where he likes to do his best eating.
Edwards. And Reed has it in the corner. Out to Conley from outside the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Gordon. Fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's George for 3. The rebound by KD. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Oh, here's Edwards. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time. The game is over. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
The 76ers making a switch here. Oubre is checked in. Here's Maxey. Coming off a solid outing against Portland. Hits the 3-point bomb. Maxey's got 8 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The 76ers leading by 5. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about the game plan for Joel Embiid. He told me Embiid might be the hardest matchup in the league. We just have to try to make things difficult on him and make him work for every point. Let's see if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Oubre after the basket by Minnesota. Pass to Embiid. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And the one-hand slam. Just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Dillingham's checked in for the Timberwolves. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers trail. Outside, Maxey. That falls. Nice feed that time. From Kyle Lowry. Maxey's got 11.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the... free throw.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his... As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Minnesota in the lead. The 8-footer. Edwards can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one drops.
Time they get scored.
During this run, it's come from inside. The paint.
Here's Lowry. Misses from short range. Minnesota with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Dillingham, defended by Drummond. Dillingham, no good.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
They get it again. Here's Embiid. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
Dillingham with it. Lowry picks him up. Here's Dillingham. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. Good work defensively by Lowry. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Maxey passes to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. And finished off by Oubre.
An incredible athlete. Kelly Oubre Jr. looks to throw it down.
Here's Edwards. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Oubre. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
And the Timberwolves with possession here after the three-pointer from Joel Embiid. KD, that's for 2. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Lowry. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Maxey. And the shot goes down. Maxey's got 13.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
Edwards kicks to Reed. It's Durant on the wing. Three-pointer. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, running the wing. It's Oubre and Jordan. Caleb Martin out there with Martin, and it's Lowry in at the point. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
And, guys, I don't
know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Oubre, good.
Very capable in catch-and-shoot situations. Kelly Oubre Jr. is somebody you want to set up.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Jordan. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Jordan. And the rebound goes to Martin. The 76ers leading by 4. The shot by George, wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Beverly, the pass to Jordan. Beverly against Oubre. Martin with the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and here comes Oubre all alone. And here's George for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Jordan and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket because if you allow him to get it there. He's flushing.
Here's George. He's coming off a 16-point game against Portland. Lowry finds Martin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Bull. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Kenyon Martin. And Gordon subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Russell.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressive. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Maxey's checked in for Caleb Martin. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Out of bounds, only 76ers. Ball. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Anthony Edwards.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet
of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 13. And it. Embiid is right there. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Embiid knows how to bully his way into position for the putback.
And stolen by Gordon. Maxey with it. He's picked up by Russell. And stolen by Bull. And here's the break. Here's Pokusevski. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
Now Maxey, following the miss by Bull from deep. From past the arc, it's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside. He can't get it going here.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And they double up Maxey. Gordon for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that.
Oh my goodness.
Man. Boy, Jordan still going up. And he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Timberwolves.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Pokusevski. Kevin Durant comes in for Bull. Edwards has come in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for D'Angelo Russell. Martin's checked in for Philadelphia. Embiid, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball, a game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And finished off by Martin.
Usually you can expect Oubre to be the finisher, but when somebody else is this open, he moves the rock.
Conley kicks to Edwards. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he recovers it. And out of bounds is the Timberwolves. Gained possession. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Paul George.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Drummond comes in for Martin, and George is subbed in for Oubre. Edwards against Gordon. Edwards loves it in there.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Gobert with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Conley dishes to Jordan. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The 76ers lead. George passes to Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
Thunderous throwdown that time. Joel Embiid.
52 seconds left now here in the second. Conley kicks to Edwards. Out to Conley. Jacks up a 3. Traps in the tray. Conley's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid knocks it home from distance.
You know, he started the game knocking down shots, guys, and now in the second quarter, he's taking it to another level.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. For 3, Edwards. And they recover it. Launches a 3. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Well, Edwards. Looking almost automatic. There. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
There's Gordon with the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. Unloads from 13. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. With Steve Kerr, what did your team show you in the first half?
They played hard, but that's expected at this point. That's who they've proven to be. But we got to be smarter. We got to play better, especially transition. Defensively, I don't think we're ready to defend in transition, so we got to get better with that.
Well, we'll see how fast you can get back as the game continues. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? Hey guys, wins and losses, the only thing that matters in the NBA?
Wait, are they the only things that matter in the league? I care about much more than just winning. For example, MVP awards.
Yeah. We know you got one.
Should have had two. Hey, Steve Nash.
Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Reed is out there with Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5. So that's who Rick Carlisle. Now starts the second half. The Timberwolves shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Here's Conley. A miss that time, would have put him up. Stolen by Michael Conley. This is Durant on the wing. Back to Reed. Over Gordon. The shot by KD. No good. Philadelphia shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability. And professionalism.
It's a close game here in Minnesota. And they double up Maxey. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Maxey.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Jordan can't get it to go.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Maxey, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker with the break.
And, you know, they get it to Durant because they trust him. They've got great confidence in him finishing in the open court.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Maxey. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. For the lead. And it's laid in by Edwards. Edwards got 18 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
It's stolen by Edwards. Outside, KD. Back to Edwards. KD finds Edwards. Kicks it out to Jordan. And here's Conley outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Gordon for three. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
You and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Okashevsky's checked in for Reed. Minnesota leading by 3. Edwards inside. Defended by Gordon. Edwards' shot is good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be the second. Of this two-game road trip. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Minnesota making a switch. Russell's checked in. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at the Timberwolves, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for them here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Pokusevski. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Pokusevski's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Russell against Maxey. Outside, George. Another miss by Philadelphia.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And Durant gets it to go.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The 76ers trail by 7. On the wing, Gordon takes the 3. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
A few men in the league that attack the glass as well as Drummond does. He's almost unstoppable chasing down second points. He's a tenacious and ferocious offensive rebounder.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Outside, Jordan. Pass to Pokusevski. And here's KD for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Poked loose. Here's Embiid. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month. The Timberwolves second.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Oubre is checked in for Philadelphia. And stolen by Drummond. Oubre with it, guarded now by Durant. Drummond dishes to Oubre, and it's blocked. And that'll be Philadelphia. As it goes out of bounds, 76ers retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Pass to Embiid. Here's the three. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that, and 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. Now Russell. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantic. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
1:32 left here in the third quarter. Lowry with the ball. Now. By Jordan. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls, fast, that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews. So
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
check in for Minnesota.
Let's hear it for you.
No good on the free throw.
You can just see and feel the passion behind the play of Kyle Lowry. It's like he's always got something to prove every time he's out there, and that energy is contagious. It spreads to his guys as well.
Now here's Beverly. Scoreless thus far. Outside Jordan. Back to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Martin. And Durant sends it back.
For all the scoring, KD's 7.5-foot reach can sometimes get overlooked. He said, let me remind you with that rejection.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really. Pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the Sixers pick up 2. Akusevsky, the pass to Jordan. Unloads. And they get it back. Outside Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
A good board there, Kevin. Overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And love the competitive spirit right there. Lowry answers right back.
Here's Durant. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 1 second left, and 2 shots. Coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots. The game right here.
Kyle Lowry.
Free throw drops for Lowry. Both teams will make substitutions. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Russell puts up a deep 3. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA when he's running the show. He makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest this
Need it right here and start the fourth quarter. Just look for the titles.